Hungary is trying to address its economic challenges and budget shortfalls by seeking funds from European financial sources. However, due to ongoing concerns about democracy, media independence and the rule of law, Brussels has frozen the financial aid intended for Budapest. In bid to unlock 20 billion euros, Prime Minister Viktor Orbán has resorted to threats, including promises to veto the EU's long-term budget for 2028-2035. Experts note that Budapest has a strong chance of success given the EU's expansion plans.
We know and hope, and not just us, that the European Union plans to expand by 2035. If that happens, significant funds will need to be allocated for the enlargement. This is a solid argument Orbán is leveraging, albeit indirectly. While he frames it as being in Hungary's interest, in reality, he's jeopardizing the chances of Balkan countries, Ukraine and Moldova gaining access to the EU expansion budget. Orbán knows this argument could work in his favor, potentially unlocking the funds he seeks.
However, Hungary has already lost part of the funds. On January 1st, the European Commission announced that it had decided to cancel just over 1 billion euros in financial aid for Budapest. Back in December 2022, the European Commission froze 6.5 billion euros due to violation of the rule of law in Hungary. The country has been given until the end of 2024 to address these issues, otherwise it will lose a portion of the frozen funds. Experts point out that Brussels' decision comes against the backdrop of economic challenges facing Hungary.
The freeze on EU funds has hit Hungary at a time when its government has little room for maneuver. Its budget deficit this year stands at more than 4.5% of GDP. Increasing political tensions, Hungary's economy shrunk by 0.7% in the third quarter, the second contraction in a row, plunging the economy into a technical recession amid weak demand in the automotive, electronics and pharmaceutical sectors that dominate its manufacturing base, from the Financial Times publication.
Economic issues are the main focus of criticism against Viktor Orbán by the Hungarian opposition. Peter Magyar, leader of the Tisza party, which recent polls show is now ahead of the ruling Fidesz party, has called for early elections. In his New Year's address, Magyar reminded Orbán that during the 2008 financial crisis, Orbán himself, as a member of the opposition, demanded the government resign. Magyar stated that the Hungarian people cannot afford to waste any more time.
Miniszterelnök úr!
Mr. Prime Minister, I address you directly. You've had 15 years to put this country in order. You had all the tools, a parliamentary majority, billions in EU subsidies and a recovering global economy. Yet you failed to set Hungary on a path of development. Instead, you stole from it, you exploited it, and you divided Hungarians to the extreme. Bring forward the election date so we can stop wasting precious time. We cannot afford another year of stagnation. The Hungarian people have no more ground to retreat.
Magyar has pledged that if elected, his priority will be deeper integration with European institutions and the release of the frozen 20 billion euros. However, experts warn that by then the total frozen funds may shrink further. In addition to the lost 1 billion euros, Hungary was fined 200 million euros in June 2024 by the European Court for violating migrant rights. When the payment deadline expired on September 7th, daily penalties of 1 million euros were added for late payment. Reported by Katerina Bastun, Andriy Dmitrenko, UATV News.